Hey everybody, it's Roxas and we're back for another Rise of Kingdom video about the last power of Zenith we just achieved. And oh god, it was it was stressful as hell. Seriously. If you're willing to play this event, be ready to not sleep. That's what I will say. So what we're going to talk about how I prepare myself to achieve the Zenith of Power, because obviously I won. It's not temporary skin. Let me show you quickly. I achieved rank 7 inside the event, and the really good news is that the two other people which was competing with me, which are Ace and Fleuret, won also. So we all won the skin in our kingdom, and it's pretty good news for us and for the next KVK. I can't wait for it, by the way. So we're going to talk about how I prepare myself, what was the cost of this Zenith. I made some calculation that I will explain you, and a little statement about what are my next goals. Well, more my next goal alone. And yeah, let's go, I guess. Let's go. So, how did it start? Uh, for the record, I'm willing to compete inside Power Zenith since a little of time. The thing is, we just ended our KVK. Literally, it ended the 20th of September, so it gives you an idea of how much I was stressed. It was terrible. It was terrible, but because I burned a lot of speed ups to achieve a pretty decent KVK inside training quest, and with battles it's really hard. But we did a really good KVK at the end, so it's not. I mean, I'm not mad about it, and I'm pretty happy of this. But so yeah, I was pretty low in speed up, and let me show you. Well, not show because I can't, but I will tell you a little bit how much speed up I had at this moment. And by the way, I have some calculation I can show you. Here it is. So here you can see some notes of my calculation. I've literally calculated everything I could make as power at this time, and this time was the 13th of September. So it was 1 week before we ended our KVK, because we got the announcement at this time. And by the way, I was really mad at this time, because I wasn't expecting another infantry skin so fast, especially with Earth. But anyway, so I did basically all my calculation of what I could make as power for T2 to T5, T3 to T5, same for my T4 to T5, including the T5 training, of course, of pure T5. The reserves you can plan a few weeks ago. It's more than 2 weeks, a little bit. It's around 16, 17, maybe 19 days if you really have bad runes and bad civilization. But you can set up it. I had some researches too, especially the siege researches, which are kind of dead weight, unfortunately. I mean, if you're a T5 player, you don't need them. So it's taking a lot of it's giving you a lot of power for nothing, unfortunately. That's a little bad part, but it was necessary to achieve them to make a big power push. So we just get it. The build, of course, the most of my buildings were already level 25, especially my hospital, because hospitals are really important for war. But fortunately, I kept my gold mine, my 3 gold mine, and it gives a really good amount of power for no speed ups, basically. It's just resources. And so here is the total of what I could do depending of the run I get. So my maximum power I could make with a 15 run training speed, of course, is about 21.5 million, which was already kinda nice, to be honest. I wasn't expecting so much at the end of our KVK, so I was okay, maybe I can deal with it. And I was almost at 21 million power. So I knew it would be hard, but it was doable. And now let's show you a little update, because I've done it. I would not say all weeks. Yeah, I have done it all weeks, by the way. I won't show you all weeks. I will just show you the last calculation I've done, which was from the 29th of September. Those one, the one you're seeing right now, are the one from 29th of September. And I've been able to farm a lot of speed-ups. Well, obviously it took me a lot of time, because I did a lot of barb chaining before we must leave the KVK, you know, before the map closed. I've done a lot of chaining too inside our home kingdom, which is basically kinda nice if you need gems. Much better than Barbarian inside the Lost Kingdom. And yeah, here we are. The 29th of September, we were able to push at least almost 25 million power. Almost. That was my last calculation. And at the best of cases, I could have pushed 25.5 million power, which is kinda nice. And and yeah, unfortunately, I spent a lot of AP in Home Kingdom. Seriously, I have spent. Let me check my calculation. I need to check them. But just to give you an idea, quickly, let me hide those nuts for you. Here we go. To give you an idea on her MGE score. Here we go. Wait. Here. Defeating Barbarians. Just to give you an idea of how much AP I spent, which was about 80k AP in Home Kingdom. I made 10 million points on the stage 2 of MG. It's insane. It's really insane. I have the history on my phone. I can't show you that, unfortunately, but I will give you numbers in a few seconds. At 29th of September, so between the 27th of September and the 29th, I spent 86k AP. So it's basically to make this, you know. It was basically to make this score of 10 million points. And then, because it's not over, the last day of Zenith of Power, I spent more AP again. Well, less than what I spent stage 2, but it's still a certain cost, you know. I spent 49k of AP, which is basically, let me do the calculation, is basically 135k of AP spent on Barbarians from Home Kingdom. It's a ton of AP. Never do that. Never do that. I did it because I needed to get more speed ups. I wanted to be safe, and well, I had already committed a lot inside the Zenith, so I wanted to take all chances I had to secure it. And of course, I've made the video of my push, which was the third day of Zenith of Power. I pushed, I don't remember exactly, like 17, 18 million power. The thing is, I stopped the record around 15 million power, but I've done some researches off of the record, so I pushed some more power, and I ended around 18 million power. And now, the last day, what happened is basically some people pushed again. That's obvious. Um, and the score was pretty high again. I mean, almost 26 million power. That's pretty decent amount of power gain, you know, in a short period of time. And we're supposed to be in a continent which have bad, not bad, but a low competition. So it's a really decent power pushed in here, and I've been lucky. I've been lucky. I literally used all I had. Literally, I don't have any more gems. By the way, I must redo some chaining to make some gems and speed ups because I'm out of speed ups too. I'm totally necked on speed ups. I don't have anything. Same for same for the random stuff. You know, I was collecting a lot of trophies. I had one legendary trophy. I had two epic trophies and some rare and normal trophies. By the way, I've recorded it, so I will post it, I guess, on YouTube as a random video. You know, if you're interested to check it out. I've opened all my magic box. I had 172 magic box, which means more than half of a year of collecting them. Uh, I basically opened everything I had except the Alliance credit. I kept them. I could have used them to buy 100 free hours of speed up. It would have made me 12 day of speed ups. But I didn't wanted to use them because Alliance credit is really hard to get, and obviously I prefer to buy, you know, a civilization change token or passport if needed, you know. So I prefer to keep them in safety in case I need them later. No, I bought also all the VIP shop because, well, because I needed speed ups again. I wanted to secure myself. I've even bought some reserves to remake some, you know, to keep some ready for the hand for the last minute because it's just mandatory. You need them. If you don't have them for the last minute for a surprise push, you can get wrecked. Literally, you can get wrecked. If I didn't keep some reserve for the hand, I wouldn't be inside the top 10. Literally, that's all. We've transformed all our troops, so now we're full T5, which is kind of a pain at the same time, unfortunately, because T5 are really expensive, and do barbarians with T5, ah, it's not the best thing you could do, really. You need to do them in T4, trust me. T5 are really expensive, and you don't want to spend so much resources on barbarians. They're supposed to help you, not to wreck you. So we'll try to retrain some more T4. But the problem is, I have another girl, and this other girl is basically the 100 million power. After this push, I just need less than 5 million power. Well, it's a pretty decent amount of power which is required to achieve it. Until then, I still have a lot of time and probably a lot of work to do on speed ups. I don't know if I can achieve it before our next KVK because obviously our next KVK I will be fighting, my troops will die, I will lose the speed ups too, to heal, and a lot of stuff, so I'm not sure to reach 100 million power after our next KVK. It depends on how it looks, to be honest. But so the best safe way will be to achieve the 100 million power before our next KVK, and I don't know if it would be possible, but I will try. You know, I mean, I got plenty of time in front of me. We just achieved Zenith of power, which is one of the most hard event you can find in Rock. I think is the is the hardest one. Not because of the you know, not because it's technical difficulties or anything like that. It's just because you need firstly to be patient to stack up a lot of speed-ups, especially as a Lost Splendor free-to-play. You need a lot of work on Barbarians, doing chainings all days. I haven't stopped myself from doing chainings. I was losing my mind, by the way. Also, another fun fact, the last day of Zenith, I was so much drained that I was literally exploring caves and village to grab some more speed-ups. I've literally done that. I got screenshot of this, I can prove it. I was being full. I was being full. And the last minute were the worst because we got a lot of changements inside the ranking. All people were pushing like crazy. Except one which got kicked, unfortunately for him, because I don't know, he was probably asleep. Unlucky for him, but lucky for us, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, here it is. We'll try to push to 100 million power until our next KVK, and I can't wait to try it out. I can't wait. Uh, I just want to random TP and be the worst nightmare of my enemies. That's what I want, actually. About commanders, I don't know what I'm going to expertise next. Well, my next goal was supposed to be Pakal. Now I don't know if it will be the case. Probably because I don't have any other ID. To be honest, I don't want to expertise Leonidas because for me it's pretty expensive to be useful. At 5511, I already tried to use him and I don't like it. You can see it by yourself. I'm not thinking about expertising Constantine because he's pretty useful as 5511. I don't need him to be higher. And well, I still have my Martel, but I don't wanna invest gold sculptures when I can get that commander inside gold keys, obviously. So I don't know. Maybe I will just wait for the next wave of infantry commander. But one thing is sure is that my Zenobia Theodora will appreciate a lot that skin for Garrison. So I can't wait. I really can't wait. Well, I don't think. I think I have talked about basically everything. Yeah, I think I've talked about everything. So it's time to stop the record here. If you're interested about knowing more of my account or to see more stuff around our kingdom for KVK and all that stuff, let me know in comments. Just be warned, it's not a big kingdom. It's not. We're not Imperium at all. Let me just give you a picture. Here we go. We're all in a single alliance. We're a group of friends and people which are talking to each other, you know. We're enjoying the game together and it stops here, you know. So don't wait too much of our KVK. We can get good fights, you know, but it won't be Imperium fights like going. I don't know. It won't stay fights of 1 week, you know. But it can be good fight. It depends of enemies. There can be pretty low kingdom, I mean low powered kingdom, which are good and well organized. And there can be pretty powerful kingdom which are badly organized and batch and farmer, you know. Here we're not. We're really not. We have a pretty decent amount of kill points, to be honest, for low kingdom. And as you can see, we're not here to play to something else. We're here to make some war. That's what we're doing. The best, by the way. So yeah. Can't wait for the next KVK. And yeah, again, if you're interested about knowing more of my account of our kingdom, maybe some pictures of for KVK, I don't know, let me know in comments, and maybe see you on the next time then. Ciao.